Hello, T-Bodge, and welcome to your deck review. For those of you joining us for the first time on YouTube, this is a series where I, Jonathan Maldhoundathan, notorious hater, talk politely and sweetly about your deck's weird little PP. Your PP is your premise and your practicum. Your premise is the idea behind your deck. For this deck, it is assembling Grima Myriad, which is awesome. I want to start with that. That's awesome. And then your practicums, the rest of the stuff in the 99, does it help support your idea? So we're going to spend a little bit of time talking about their idea, if it can be achieved at the power level they want to achieve it at. For this deck, it's currently in bracket 2, and they're wondering, can we move to bracket 3? If so, how? How can I make more token copies of this garbage 1/4? And then we'll move into the practicum and what we can improve. And I'm very happy because this is one of the few, the proud, the bold, the ideas where this is better than you're giving it credit for. You're calling it 13 mana bad Etali. You're talking about, I want to do anything I can do to get, this horrible combo down, and then I'll surely lose the game, but at least I've gotten the combo down. And the place I think it can be better, this combo, which I realize I'm using the word loosely, but this 3-card package is very bad. If this was the only thing you were attempting to do, I would say, yeah, you're trapped in bracket 2 forever, kill your dream. However, not awesome. These cards all suck. There's this copy section that seems to be all about Grima maxing. It's ways to get double strike, it's ways to double his trigger, it's ways to make more token copies of things, etc., 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 etc. And so I think the first thing to talk about is, how important is this combo to you versus how important is it to just get a bunch of Grima triggers? Because I believe there are a number of non-legendary clones you have left on the bench. And one of the most important things when we talk about a bad combo deck, or there really should be a different word other than combo. I'll call it a gimmick, right? When we're trying to achieve a gimmick in low power, we want redundancy. We want, okay, did you counterspell or remove the perfect way for me to do the gimmick? Because it's a bit threatening. Like, it's not going to instantly win the game, but like, yeah, you get a Blade of Selbs on a Grima, you're gonna get 3 free spells, irrespective of their mana cost, every single turn. Like, not like, tables aren't just gonna let you do that forever and ever and ever. So we want more ways to effectuate, well, how do I just rob people crazy style? And you've identified some, like Imposter Syndrome can help you do it. You have a lot of cloning, you have Roaming Throne. We are missing other clones that break the legendary rule. I'm pretty sure. We'll look those up. But I would ask yourself, is the most important thing that I assemble these specific 3 cards, or is the most important thing that Grima robs the fuck out of you? And if the most important thing is that Grima robs the fuck out of you, this stays. We're still going to support this. We're still going to have tutors that can go get this as plan A. But there are a lot more fun cards that we can bring in that will do better than Sword of Wealth and Power for getting you a new Grima trigger, even though this is a very good card. So let's look at draws. Terrible. That's, I mean, you know what? You're gonna deal damage to. When I say terrible, I'm mostly being jokey. It's like, we don't have very much draw. Our commander is card advantage, but card advantage from other people's decks. I think that can kind of work. A lot of it will just be on, you're gonna have to politic well to make sure Grima lives. Give me that back, you wily fish. I have no. Oh, okay. So this is, we got Mirror Box or Blade of Selves removed, or our commander removed. Sure. Oh no, it's more than 13 mana. So this is all our big, huge, and large tutor package. So this is actually the section that makes me think about, well, do we want other things that can break the legendary rule, or other things that can make non-legendary clones of our commander? Because even though these tutors are mostly good, these do make it so slow, you might just be too late to the party, even in bracket 2. You know, if you have to go, okay, turn 4, I play Grima. Turn 5, I play Diabolic Tutor. Turn 6, I play my equipments. Turn 7, I equip my equipment. And this whole time, you've put out one blocker we can't afford to block with. We aren't committing mana to removal. We have protection. We're not holding up. Hey, hey, that's my guy. That's my guy. Bracket 2, not forever. But because we're doing nothing to slow everybody down, and our plan doesn't, like, we're not coalescing into big funny win attempt on turn 8. We're coalescing into big funny slot machine pull turn 7, maybe turn 6 if we hit one of our early ramp pieces. Um and so needing to take a turn to tutor for something that does so little to move the game forward actually does begin to kind of hurt. And so it leads me to believe that, at least for some of these really expensive tutors, we would be better off with a different non-legendary clone, because that gets you like the 13 mana bad Etali dream is I have a bunch of Etalis and I swing them all, and a non-legendary clone gets you there. And I'm thinking of stuff like Autumn Soldiers, the Heater. This is like the all-in-one. Does the whole deck. Makes you a non-legendary copy of Grima that has Myriad. 6 mana. Well, 10 mana, right? 10 mana bad Etali, but it's 10 mana. It has the same output as the combo you already have. Please tell me we don't have this. Hold on. I'm so sorry. Copy. It's not in copy. Is it an awesome? It's not an awesome. The things you like are wrong. We will come back to that. It's not in ramp, not in untagged lands. We have 38 lands total. That's reasonable. Fuck yeah. What? Wait a goddamn minute. All right. I'm so with fraudulently tagging the Buster Sword as something that is better than what it actually is, but this should be tagged as card draw, right? This has to be a missed ramp. Are we saying of course I will draw the charcoal diamond and free cast it with Buster Sword, which is funny as fuck. That is funny as fuck. But for the purposes of keeping track of your deck, definitely not ramp. Dowsing Dagger included here is beautiful with an unblockable commander. And then we have Protection. Oh, right, and you asked about phasing. I almost like it. I really want to be a hater here. This might be something, it might even get better at bracket 3. So for those of you who don't know phasing is when creature is just treated as if it does not exist, which basically means they can't target it with anything, board wipes don't affect it, it can't be forced to block, yada 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 yada, and then at the beginning of your turn it comes back. And so Teferi's Veil is a way to say, like, okay, did I get my hit in? I'm going to end combat, and now I don't have to worry about protecting my commander anymore. I actually do think that's kind of clever. I don't think it's great as protection, but I think it is just good enough that it might pass muster. Our bigger problem is, particularly as we try to move to bracket 3, we need more tools to stop other people, because we are trying to, well, there's a lot of problems moving to bracket 3, but even in bracket 2, actually, I would argue we are not doing enough to interfere with other people, and we are liable to just always be in a position of, I am going to do my first Grima thing, and the first time I get the fun Grima thing, it's going to be soured by the knowledge that if I don't hit removal, we lose. That doesn't feel good to me. There's probably a ton of times you can gamble the removal, but whenever I'm doing a big theft thing like this, it's always more fun when there's something that would be good, but not, we have to hit this or we're fucked. And the way this deck is currently built, we're not saying anything about anybody else's game plan. And because it's bracket 2, we don't want to be a dipshit control player. We don't want to be removing everything. But I think it would do us really well to have a couple answers so that we are not permanently in this position of like, oh yeah, I'm going to gamble and then instantly lose. We want to open up the door to like, well, if I gamble for the right thing, I could be in a pretty good position here. If I hit the red player and I get extra combats and I get to gamble even more, and I have the Buster Sword, you know, you talked about Mirror Box can threaten people. I think the thing missing for the deck being threatening is those non-legendary clones and having a few more things that can stop, pause, or reset our opponents who have had probably 5 to 6 turns to do literally whatever they want. And those things don't have to be super mean. I'm not advocating for Psych Rift. I'm advocating for, like, I don't know, have have a misleading signpost. Like we can do stupid shit. We don't have to do smart, effective shit. Um, oh, what was one? What was like a perfect thing that made people never attack me? Hold on. It was in my Prosper deck. Uh, the black card. Let me think of this. Yeah, cunning rhetoric. You want to rob people? Don't fuck with me. Don't fuck with me, please. I will take all of your belongings. This is again not like a very good card. It's not a very powerful card, but it did motivate the people I played against to not swing at me until they had lethal, which gives us that like little bit more time. So start with the most important stuff in terms of what we're going to add. The most important stuff is going to be where are these other legendary rule breaking clones. We'll go to Sakashima of 1,000 Faces. We will go to Tagger. We will go to Copy Legendary. Commander Dimir. Great. So we have Helm Host. Don't do this. Don't make it even more. Don't make it even more expensive. But there's Spark Double. There is Sakashima the Imposter. There is Chameleon. There is Nanogene Conversion, but I don't think we have enough other. I don't think we have enough other creatures. Ooh, the Zubin Duplimancy is actually kind of interesting. And I don't know if we're going to have enough cards to really do the cool thing here, but I think Slip Out the Back is the card that makes Zubin Duplimancy interesting. I'm now thinking of if you wanted to do phasing, could we make our protection section mostly targeted spells? Because if we do that, then Vesuvan Duplimancy is another way that we get the Etali dream going. Because we can have, there's a ton of stuff that's just like basic hexproof protection. I'm trying to think of what like stupid fucking politic things can we do in bracket 2, because Grima is a politiker, right? And so I'm thinking of, this doesn't say you control. So I believe there are agreements you could make with the dinosaur player where the dinosaur player is having something bad happen to them and you don't have your plan going yet. And so you're like, hey man, if you don't attack me for a little bit, what if Pantlazo was here actually? And then if you do have Grima, when they go to kill him, you can do this to get him back. And if we have Vesuvan Duplimancy, which we're probably going to be able to find because we have so many tutors, bing, bang, boom, boom, boom. So this gives us redundancy. It gives us a level of, it actually raises the ceiling, because right now the ceiling of our deck is we get 3, right? That's like the big expensive naughty dream. Maybe we have Roaming Throne too. But when we start to add in things like Vesuvan Duplimancy, you have as many Etalis as you have protection spells. So I think for bracket 2, actually, I'm more on that than I should be. Like, this is bad. I want to be very clear with you. But if you went, you could go for some kind of coked out. I have Vesuvan Duplimancy, and I have 10 protection spells, all of which target. And then I can use those to get extra. I can use those to get extra Etalis. And whether or not you want to do that, I still think you want to play the Spark Double, the Chameleon, the Autumn Soldier. You have Irma already, which is great. This cares about Graveyard. This is too much mana. Do we have quantum misalignment? We don't. Get quantum misalignment up in here too. And just by having those, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is, we're not doing Vesuvan Duplimancy. Even with just having those 5 more cards, that pushes us to the level of legend rule breaking copies that we can start to be really confident we are going to find one every single game. And that's when the Etali plan starts to get really, really reliable. Does that make the Etali plan win? Fuck no. We're not going to worry about winning yet. The next thing we got to investigate is this awesome tag. So we have Arcane Heist, cast something from their graveyard. So you spin the block, you steal it again. That's really bad. Echo Casting Symposium. This if we could break legend rule is the dream. So this actually makes me feel more strongly about we have to be breaking we really want to have, not only do we want to break the legend rule, we want to break the legend rule with a clone. Because if we break the legend rule with Mirror Box and they shoot this man in the head, Echo Casting Symposium has no creature to target. But if we break the legend rule because we have a non-legendary creature, right? Then they have to remove both things before Echo Casting Symposium won't work. I for sure see you on Gonti. This is the wrong deck for Gonti. I'll spend a minute or two talking about that. I think this is the wrong deck for Mercurial Spelldancer. I think this is the wrong deck for Mind Stylation. I think this card is god awful. Wrong deck for Spell Swindle. Perfect deck for Stolen Identity, though. Dead wrong deck for Key to the Vault. These are all the ones I called out as dead wrong. These are the ones that are going to hold you back from operating in bracket 3, because if you want to operate in bracket 3, the dots we have to connect is we have this big, beautiful, stupid plan, and we have a degree of reliability to achieve that plan. How do we convert that plan into damage? And the way you could convert that plan into damage, the first thing I'm thinking of is all of our stolen spells give us bodies. We're probably never going to get the 9/9 trigger, but we could at least get a shitload of stolen value, and then off of that stolen value, I could beat you to death with Menacing Wraith. Let me think of, I'm not sure if there's like a spell slinger. Like, I don't think we have a gutter snipe, but in Dimir, because that's the other thing we would want, is we would care about, yeah, Pinger. We would care about a repeatable Pinger, but outside of red. Ooh, Black Mage's Rod. Ooh. Ooh, Final Fantasy, back to save us again. There's only 4 things. The Destined Black Mage, 5 things. Don't sleep on it. I think there's also like Sedgemoor Witch, who can make you pests. Yeah, I won't dig too far into this, but the thing you would want to focus in on to make this into bracket 3 is you don't need more tutors. You don't need the Etali thing to be more reliable. What you need is more ways to convert stolen spells into damage. An actual benefit you would get moving into bracket 3 is, at least in my experience, bracket 3 players get less angry about theft than bracket 2 players get. Bracket 2 players are very like, I came here to play show and tell. Why are you showing my tell? Fuck you, Jonathan. But bracket 3 players are like, okay, it's theft, it's random theft. You can do a little bit more. You can do a little bit more politicking on the basis of like, I'm a maybe threat. Edie over here with the Selvala combo deck is a definite threat. Don't worry about me yet. Worry about Petey. Versus bracket 2, they're like, you're touching my deck. You're touching my deck. I hate you. But for bracket 3, a fair number of the awesome cards would have to go. The ones you could definitely keep and still try to force to work in bracket 3 are Echo Casting Symposium, Stolen Identity, Imposter Syndrome. Maybe Gonti. Gonti makes it really hard politically. But the other ones are just too distantly related from your game plan, or they're too focused on like doubling down, right? Mercurial Spelldancer is, okay, I'm gonna hope to God that I get Mercurial Spelldancer out and then I steal something worth copying, which is fun, but does not convert the theft to damage. It does not make the theft happen more reliably. It does not protect our commander. And that is the pocket we have to stay in to make this function in bracket 3. This card, and again, for bracket 2, don't cut any of these. I know you love them. This card has let me down so many times. I love it. It's so awesome. It has never worked for me. If it's working for you, God bless. So I would probably recommend changing Impersonator, Evil Twin, Fire Shrieker, Roaming Throne, because I hate this fucking card. These could become other non-legendary clones, other things that could really easily be cut to become these other non-legendary clones. Diabolic can get anything, which is really nice. Probably scheming symmetry. Whatever our opponent is getting is better than what we're getting, and we probably don't like. We're already conceding a lot in bracket 2. We don't want to concede that too. Head ass card, fucking head ass card, dude. And then you could continue trimming from like Sword of Wealth and Power, Realm Sketching, if you wanted to get more legend rule breaking stuff in. And then if you want to go the Vesuvian Duplimancy plan, that's like even more tutors. Your tutors have to flex away from being artifact focused. I think the tutors you have now are fine. It's just again, they're really slow. We're leaving ourselves open for a really, really long time, which is why I want more things that we can naturally draw into where we just go like, fuck yeah, 2 Etalis, baby. Get ready. It's coming. One more turn. Otten soldiers here. 5 Etalis, baby. What's good? What's happening in your neighborhood? It's theft. Lock your doors. Lock your windows. I'm coming in. I'm taking your microwave. I'm taking the copper out of your walls. I'm stealing your Pokemon GX collection. I'm stealing everything.